I didn't mess it up.
Yes.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another show, episode 32.
Really?
32. Wow. And we went to the glam. Unfortunately, the wheel decided it for us. But
the wheel has chosen.
The wheel has chosen. Oh, that's a cool tumbler, dude.
Yeah, where did I get this from? TJ Maxx.
Good job, TJ Maxx. All right. Well, first and foremost, you notice we are missing somebody. Shannon is sick. Unfortunately, the little sick. the little people, the little adults got her sick.
Yeah. Number one fan said not tonight.
And number two. So number one and number two.
Yeah.
Numero dos. But
yeah, he's the main culprit.
When kids get sick, man, they bring home something that is rocks your world, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's been a while. It's been a while for me since I don't.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't have that problem much anymore.
Good for you. I know, right? Now you just got to worry about creaking joints and back pain.
Yeah. Yep.
But she's here in spirit. She might be in the chat. She'll show up. But we have her notes. She can contribute. He'll be fine. Trust me. No worries.
It's all good.
No
Everything
worries.
is fine.
So, first things first, we're going to go to something. We're going to revisit one album from last time called Voivod. And what album is that, John?
Negatron.
And we thought the world of this album. What did we give it? Like an 8, 9? I think I might have gave it a 9.
8.5.
8.5. Close enough. Hey, look, hold up. Show your binder again. Let me see, Ratt.
Oh.
You write it like you're in school or whatever. That's funny.
There's Voivod.
Oh, you forgot the dash. No, I'm just joking.
Hey, man, come on.
All right. So she wrote Voivod Negatron from 1995. It's noise. It's noise. Definitely more interesting than Ratt. 7 out of 10. But it's noise.
Wow.
Sorry, Ratt. But she did revisit it. 7 out of 10 from her.
I mean, from her, that's pretty good.
That is probably
That's definitely a bitchin'.
Maybe, yeah, probably a bitchin'. Yeah. If you're in chat, elaborate if you like to, but we're saying it's bitchin'. So.
Yeah, 7 for her is pretty. I'd say it's bitchin'.
Yeah, I think so too.
Or would she say that's high lawnmower? I don't.
It's probably high lawnmower to her.
I don't know how her rating scale goes. Unlike mine, which fluctuates and goes with the wind.
Yeah. We'll go lawnmower. You just gave it a 9 out of 10.
That's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Fine. Don't worry about it. All right. Oh, yeah. It's Memorial Day. Please, people, don't say Happy Memorial Day. For God's sakes, don't say that.
Who says that?
Dude, I'm telling you, I've been seeing it everywhere. People, don't say that.
It's not a happy day.
It's not. It's one of those, I don't know why.
It gets confused.
Can we just be real? Don't do that, okay?
Yeah, just
appreciate all the men and women, past, present, and future, that have laid down their lives to fight wars that we don't fight. So thank you for armed forces and everything.
So that we can have barbecues on Mondays.
Yeah. Right. All right. Let's get into... Hey, check this out.
Check this out.
And this time, it is John's pick, and we have Ocho Kalakis.
There you go.
Took me 4 times, but we got it. All right, let's get into the biography. If you know the joke, you understand why. Formed in Orange County in '03, the fertile soil, extremity, was it extremity? Yeah. Also brought social distortion, Avenged Sevenfold, and Ocho Calacas. Hold up. Whoa, whoa, whoa. They're putting themselves on level with social distortion and Avenged Sevenfold. I got a problem with that, but that's whatever.
I think they're just saying they're from the same area.
I'm Slayer is too. I don't see them. They're from Orange County.
Look, man.
I know. Are the harbor, or was it harbingers of new era, establishing a unique brand of metallic hardcore, ska, and traditional Mexican elements. We will get into this very heavy. In California and the rest of the United States, a massive 7-piece. I didn't know it was that many. Brotherhood is ready to take on the rest of the world. John,
yeah,
explain to me how we came about with Ocho Calacas as your pick.
Because some of the crazy shit that you make us listen to. I had this in my back pocket, and I was actually going to oh, hey, my pick is kind of around Cinco de Mayo, so I was like, this is fitting.
Hey.
But then it was Shannon's turn, and then she wussed out and didn't have a band, so it worked out anyway. But
it did work out. Cinco de Mayo all the way. it was that it made it happen.
I mean, as you're well aware, I like all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah, you do. I appreciate that.
And this, I just felt like I was going to hold on to this for a little bit longer. Because I was like, I'm not sure if you guys are ready for this.
I don't think your brains can process this.
I don't think you can process this, man. But I was like, you know what? We're going to do it. We're just going to do it anyway.
So how did you find out about this band? Do you remember?
I do. I was actually listening to an interview with Des Fafara.
Okay. Cold Chamber,
Devil Driver, and whatever else he was doing.
Okay.
And it was one of those what are you into right now? What is, some of the music you're listening to right now? He's like, oh, I listen to all kinds of stuff. He's like, but there's this really cool band from Orange County called Ocho Calacas. And they're like, oh, Ocho Calacas, what's that about? And he's like, dude, I don't know. It's just chaos music. That's all I can describe it as.
Bing.
And I said, all right, I gotta check this out. And so they played, I can't remember which song they played, but I was like, dude, I gotta get into this. And yeah, these guys blew my mind, man.
That's to say the least, yes. So funny story, when Megadeth, it's kind of how you stumbled upon Ocho Calacas. I stumbled upon Annihilator the same way, where Megadeth was having Gigantor tour. You remember that tour
Gigantor, yeah.
So they had an interview with him and Jeff Waters. I was like, who's Annihilator? And it kind of worked that way about 20 some years ago. I was like, oh my God, I kind of like that because Jeff Waters, Dave Mustaine wanted him in the band, but he decided to stay with Annihilator. So it was kind of like that too. He's like, oh yeah, this guy, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, cool. So, now
that was an early version of, hey, have you heard this?
Yes, exactly. So we're going to go with your pick. What do you rate this band, album? What do you want to call it? The album.
The album, dude, it's a solid 8.5.
Okay. All right. Are you ready? Do you want mine or you want Shannon?
It don't matter, man.
Okay. We'll go with mine. I gave it a 6. The only reason I gave it a 6, the presentation with from hardcore to punk to ska to these elements, I feel like it kind of makes them. I can understand what this is chaos because it's so much coming at you.
Mm-hmm.
But what my problem is, I wish they would have stuck to some of the stuff for a longer period of time.
Yeah.
I don't know if the blend goes with it, but the singing in Spanish is pretty cool to me. I do like that part.
I do like it.
It's something with the language barrier. I kind of said that with Voivod too. You can tell with the singing, but the problem is I could care less about ska. Sorry, ska fans. I don't like ska. It's just something about it doesn't appeal to me.
It might be the horns in it. I don't know.
I think also too the timing. Like
timing's ska's not really. I don't think there is timing in ska.
Well, I think also too. Well, it's probably right. Also too is that going from something super fast and then they do the horns with the ska beat. I'm like, you kind of lose me when you do that.
It's a lot of like slamming the brakes.
Very much, and I appreciate that for a song or two, but it was like every song I was like, I didn't skip those songs. I made sure about that. I'm true to my word. I never skip songs. I did listen to it twice because I was like, the first time it was kind of like, it threw me off, but the second time I was like, okay, I understand what's happening.
It's one of those you have to listen to a few times because the first time you listen to it, it's like you're listening to a car crash.
Very much. I do like craziness stuff, but it has to be systematic,
controlled,
very controlled. Yeah. We can say that. But I give it a 6. I appreciate for what it was. Now let's get into Shannon's.
I can only imagine what my dear little sister has to say.
First words. What the F do you have me listening to? JP. XP. Sorry. I think she put XP. I think it should have been JP.
I think that was the smiley face with the tongue sticking out.
You're exactly right. Yep.
It's supposed to be an emoji kind of thing. Yeah.
I do not like the vocals. 1 star, do not recommend. Same songs, they seemed okay though. Some songs seemed okay. I really enjoyed the instrumentals. I do like the instrumentals too. I love the trumpets. 4 out of 5 for the trumpets and the instrumentals. Difficult to rate. That I can really get behind that too.
I can see it. Like again, I've listened to it for a while. So.
I am not excited to revisit the album and have no desire to continue listening to the band. 4 out of 10.
That's a pretty average rating for her.
It's the horns. I bet you the horns and the instrumentals made her have a 4 out of 10.
It did, because some of the horn parts, and when they were mixing the metal with the ska, kind of reminded me of Gwar just a little bit.
Okay, like Sodom a Go-Go,
yeah,
or like something like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with Gwar, it was sprinkled in. This one was bars upon bars, and it was just it was kind of hard. But I do appreciate you bringing it because it is expanding the world of our music, and that's the purpose. This is the reason we do this. So people, if you don't like it, too bad. Put it in the comments. I don't know. Do something. Start your own show.
Yeah, there you go. Start your own show.
Okay. We are ready for Shannon's pick. Are you ready?
All right. Yep. Here we go.
All right. let's start out the email, what she said first. And I told you a little bit.
Yeah.
Just in case your email shows a bit of the beginning, I'm writing some nonsense. So we have to remember that was the heading of the email. I didn't open it until just now. Also, in case you're trying to cheat and look before the show, shame on you. Well played. I hope you step on a Lego, sir. If not, and you are looking during the show, disregard the previous sentence. I didn't step on a Lego. I feel good. That's probably enough for an intro. Good job, Shannon. Okay. Check this out, is a band called Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. What? Hold up. We gotta type this in. We got enough time, don't we?
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, we got time. Scott's. I don't even know who this is. What? Okay. Oh boy.
Oh man.
And the album's called Jazz Age Thirst Trap. Wow, they got a lot of. Hold up. Not really. Okay. Let's see. They got a lot of albums, I think. All about the bass? What?
Oh yeah.
Jazz.
I heard that.
Age. There's. There it is. What in the world? Okay.
What's the album called?
Jazz Age Thirst Trap.
Oh, there it is from 2019.
Okay, so it's recent. All right. June. Okay.
Oh, these guys do cover songs.
Oh. Okay. Broadway.
Shannon, well played, sir. Well played indeed.
Shannon. Okay, well, that is.
Oh, dude, you. if you liked Ocho Kalakis, just wait for this one.
All right. Well, that is our next band, Postmodern Jukebox Jazz Age. I guess the band's called Postmodern Jukebox. I guess what the band's called.
Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. Yeah.
All right. That guy can be selfish all he wants. Whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. That is, and she writes, last sentence, how did I come to find this band? I was on Instagram and randomly that came up on my feed. I have been hooked since then. I usually listen to all their songs on shuffle, so it's cool to go through some of their albums start to finish and try to pick out one for this show. Well, Shannon, well played. Good job. All right, that is our next show. Well, next pick. Sorry.
Next pick, anyway. The next
that
show.
Is not the show.
Who knows what the next show is going to be?
That is true. All right. Time to get down to the brass tacks, my friend. Are you ready to figure out where to put these albums?
So, as of the current present, I've got 10 more. Hey, check this out. Have you heard this right now? Yeah.
I got 2. And also...
Now, some of them, again, are going to be like, are you serious? What are you doing to me? But some of them are going to be like, yeah, are you serious? What are you doing to me?
Are you just purposely finding these albums like just for that?
Yeah. They're all albums that I have listened to a number of times.
Okay. All right.
It's not just some random, not just looking and going, hey, this looks weird. Let me get that.
Let me just get that. Okay. All right. I see mine is up there, but you can't read it because it's too far away.
Yeah.
What I wrote down, you'll definitely give it a 9, 10. I wrote down Shane will probably give it 8 or higher. My next pick.
There's mine real quick.
Can't even see it, but that's okay.
No.
All right.
Yeah, there's 10 of them on there, so they're kind of in the same wheelhouse. They stray a little bit.
All right, John.
All right, what are we doing here?
You want to pick first?
Sure, why not?
All right. Unfortunately, like I said, Shannon cannot be here, but
we have her
notes. I have all her notes and everything like that. And let me bring my notes up.
What you got? Ads down there now? You trying to make money off this thing or what?
Dude, they show up, man. I can't get rid of them. Yeah. Dude.
I mean, if you're, making some money off this on the side, you need to let somebody know, man.
I hear you. Oh, you get the first one.
Out of the Cellar.
Out of the Cellar, 1984.
Yeah.
Johnny boy, what do you got for me?
Oh, man. Yeah, this has the debut album. It's got the big hit on there, right? Round and Round.
Really big hit.
Everybody knows if you haven't, and you don't ever listen to the radio ever.
Dude, I think that is the only song you know of them too. Everything else, you're like, I have no idea who this is.
No idea who this is. What are we doing here?
No.
I feel like apparently people liked it because it's a 3 times platinum album.
Right?
You got the big hit, and it's like the very beginning of that, 80s LA glam metal sound.
Very. It's one of the originators, with Poison and all them.
Motley Crue and and those guys. Dokken.
It's funny. When it came out February 17th. It peaked at number 7.
I know.
That is crazy for a debut album. It's almost like Van Halen-esque type of thing. Yeah. And Canada, it was number 12. Yeah. What did you give it?
I mean, I gave it a 7. It was listenable. I didn't hate it. I think what was the last song, like Scene of the Crime?
Yeah.
That one, I don't know. That one just kind of hooked me a little bit.
I gave it an 8. I think this album,
it's good.
So I'll make a synopsis later on about this band, because the problem is when you listen to it, you have to forget everything else. You have to forget how they look like, their name, everything. This, I'll tell you what, I gave it an 8, and this is the perfect bar album to play in the bar. Like every song, the maximum was like 4 minutes, and I think there was a 5 minute, but everything was like 3 to 4 minutes, radio hits. They knew what they were doing, even with the debut album, man. It was crazy.
Well, I know they put out an EP the year before.
Yeah.
It was like a 6 song EP the year before, and then somebody got them the record album. Somebody's girlfriend or wife or something. That's usually how it happened back in.
Yeah, it is. Somebody knows somebody, or they slip a tape and whatever.
Yep. Trying to slip Eddie Trunk a CD.
Yeah.
That never happened.
Whose band did you do?
Yours?
Did you? I didn't know that.
Yep. I gave him a copy of the little EP. Yeah.
He probably just went.
More than likely.
All right, guys, get shotguns ready. You know.
Here's another one.
I don't blame you, 80 Trunk. Do not blame you.
I don't either. Don't blame him either.
Shannon said, "Round and round." I know that song.
Of course.
Look at me, kind of knowing music sometimes. 6 out of 10, and it's her. Okay, never mind. It's her third favorite. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
matter. So where's this going? Where's this going, sir?
I mean, I would say it's like I would put it in the bitchin' category.
Dude, you know what? We don't need a wheel, do we? We don't need no wheel today.
We don't need the wheel today.
We don't need no stinking wheel. Because you know why? We're going to go in order. We're going to go order. The next one, Invasion of Privacy. 8 out of 10. It's out of Stellar Part 2. Yeah, I like it.
It's a continuation. It's the same formula, right?
And it works.
The song structure, where you've got your bridge and your chorus and your verse and everything, and
the
solos. I mean, the solos are
Robin Crosby, R.I.P. Mr. Crosby passed away a long time ago, in
2002.
Yep, yes he did. Before.
Well, it was after the self-titled, the 1999 album. For the purists out there, because the EP was called Ratt, and you don't want to get that confused.
It did go double platinum. It did reach number 7 also. So, I mean, it did great. I gave it 8 out of 10 also.
It's also the start of putting models on album covers.
Yeah, good job, guys. What did you give it? 7? 8?
Yeah, 7.
7. I'm gonna put it in bitchin', and Shannon gave it a 5 out of 10. No risk, basically side B for previous. So let's talk about a topic really quick. When you listen to certain bands, do you like every album being different, or do you like the formula that they have for albums?
So I think it depends on the band.
Ooh,
right?
Okay, good call.
Because some bands, like Tool, they're all over the damn place. Every album is different, and if it wasn't, you'd be like, why is this the same as the last one?
Gotcha.
Right? But then you have AC/DC, who's done like 16 albums that sound exactly the same. And it's great.
Slayer's like that too, to a certain degree. I think, except later in their careers are like that too.
They did that, and it was same with Voivod. They kind of got on that at the end in their...
Yeah. Can we say
what's the other band that did that?
I'm trying to think of another one. I feel like certain bands, they'll have an album, and then if they go to a 180, that's kind of surprising. But some bands will try to take what they knew and like adjust it a little bit. And
Europe did that.
Formula is... Shannon's in the chat. Formula is fine. I just get bored. That's
see it.
That is true. I understand. It depends on certain people. Like you said, AC/DC, purist. It's like one of those legendary type of bands, and I think they're able to do that because they have put out albums constantly. There is no gaps in their music. There's no 10-year gaps, or
hell, there might be like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
But
It is a hot topic because some people, like Shannon, they want difference in every album. Me, it depends because it's one of those. If the album was a kick-ass album and I thought it was like a 9/10, I hope they make like something like that on the next one. But if this album they did was like garbage, they're like, all right, reformulate. Okay, we got to get back to what we know. You know what I mean? Yeah. Creator is a big one like that too, if you think about it. When they're middle 90s, God forbid the 90s, with thrash metal, they try to reinvent themselves and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Sorry, Creator.
Then, yeah, well, and it just popped in my head too. Motorhead.
Oh, yeah. Thing. Yeah, exactly.
You know.
And also, I'm not sure if my settings are jacked, but I have no video. Yeah, it's your mess. I don't know.
I can see myself, and I can see you. So
yeah. You got me all worried now, Shannon. Now I gotta check my feed.
Stupid Shannon.
No, we're on. I see it. We're on. Yeah, I think it's your settings. Sorry. Yeah, it's you, not me. It's all you. It's all you, not me. Meh. All right, let's go to number 3. And which one is that one?
Dancing something.
Undercover.
Yeah.
Go ahead. This is up your head. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's fine. I didn't like it.
I gave it a 7. Like
it was like I don't know. It was like they tried to be heavier, maybe, but
I didn't get that. I think they went softer. I feel like they kind of churched up the one good lover, slip of the lip. Like, you guys went down this avenue of girls and chicks, and I'm like, why can't we just talk about drinking in the bar and partying and
all that stuff?
This was.
Yeah, I gave it a 5.5. It was very not. It's very meh.
Very meh. I do have to say that it still is in the vein of party music.
Sure.
Like it has the aspect where you could put this in the background of party music. You know what I mean?
Did this have like a little ballady thing on there or not really? Because there was one that I think that it may not.
Looking for Love. I think it's Looking for Love. I might be wrong though. What is it? Shannon gave it a 6 out of 10. A bit different, but still the same formula. Yeah, it's one. She made it. It was better in Invasion for her. Well, doing that. But I mean, if we go to the fourth one, which is Reach for the Sky. That's where they lost me. That's a 6 out of 10 for me. Very low, meh. Still enjoyable. Where the first 4, I can throw those on random.
Man, I can't even read my own writing.
Gotta quit writing cursive, man.
It's bad.
Scratch.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
Okay, that's what that is. I got it. All right.
Forgot. Okay, Dancing Undercover was platinum.
Yep, that was the last platinum one.
No, Reach for the Sky was platinum. That's the last platinum. It reached 17, 26, 77. So their first 4 years, man, they were just cranking them out.
And so the intro to Chain Reaction was really cool to me.
Okay. Yep.
And that Way Cool Junior song, I don't know. It's just like I dug the bass line.
Can we say that their bass player is pretty locked in, really good, dude?
He's really good.
I have to say the production, Shannon. I'm talking about production now. When we go into, she doesn't like when I do that. Talking about production, when clarity of every instrument is so perfect, it's really good. And I feel like every member has a spotlight and they don't overdo each other at all. And I really like that.
Because I heard a little bit of like Van Halen in there too, a little bit. Just
they do have that
stylistically.
Yeah. The can we say Sammy Hagar's 5150 error type of thing?
Yeah, like OU812, that kind of.
Yes, yeah. Side note, don't name your album stupid fucking OU whatever 58.
Yeah.
It's just stupid. Don't do that. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a private message. That is our soapbox of the day. Don't do that.
Yeah,
5150. What the hell does that mean?
So 5150 is actually the police code for criminally insane.
Why can't you just say criminally insane? Like, that would have been cooler. You might have sold another million. I don't know. Whatever.
And then, like, for unlawful carnal knowledge, take those first letters.
Yeah, that's a cool album title, though. I like that. You know, I understand. But numbers, it's like, all right. Now I gotta figure out what it means, and now I gotta do homework. I don't want to do homework. I just want to rock, dude. Just saying.
No, I get it. That's you know.
All right,
that's your own. It's your own deal, sir.
The last album on Atlanta Records. Now we have to say their first 5 are Atlanta Records, but this is the decline. 1990. We all know what happens in 1990. With the whole music scene, it went gold. It went into the Billboard's 23rd.
Are we talking about Detonator right now?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
That is the very last one. To me, Detonator, like, it's a step up from
Reach from the Sky
and Dancing Undercover. I feel like this is a peak up for me, and it's a very much a lawnmower. You could say the first 5, you could put them on random. You could not tell.
You couldn't tell the difference what album it was.
No, and I like that too because it's quintessential bar music. It's party music. It's barbecue music. It's you can just throw in the background type of band.
Yeah. It seemed to me to, like, again, the solos were just on point for them.
They're always on point, man. I like the very eccentric, like it's not too much.
Right. Like it sounds like it could be too much, but it's not.
Yeah, he knows he's holding back, and also the other guitarists. I feel like they're both really good at what they do because one is like holds it down. Crosby is Side note, do you know what guitarist he influenced with his guitar, the Flying V? Dave Mustaine. He's the reason Dave Mustaine's got a Flying V is because of Crosby. Because he liked it the way it looked. He's like, oh, that looks like awesome. So he stole the idea. You fucking thief. Just saying. Typical Mustaine.
Typical Dave Mustaine.
Typical. But
careful, he might flip you with his karate.
Ooh, judo chop. Tell me Austin Powers you.
Oh man, hey, he's not even gonna look at this. Who cares?
Fuck now.
Even when we do the Megadeth episode, he still won't care.
God, you know,
It's like, come on, bring it on.
Yeah, bring it on, man.
So this one, it seems like half the songs were like, yep, this sounds like Ratt. And then the other half of the songs were just like, it could have been any of those LA glam bands.
It's hard when it's saturated so much of the market with those type of bands. It's hard to distinguish yourself. It really is.
I mean, like, luckily for them, Stephen Piercy's voice is very distinct.
I got really good Dave Mustaine vibes from him too, a lot of times. I think he's a great singer.
Wait, who? Stephen Piercy or Dave Mustaine?
Dave Mustaine back in the day was a good singer. Now he's not.
No,
Sorry, Dave. Old age is catching up to him. He can't. Yeah. I think, being who he is, but Stephen Pierce, I think that's what makes the band separate a little bit from other bands, because he does have that bar raspy esque. He doesn't go super high, he doesn't go super low, very bluesy in the middle. And that's, hey man, if you know where you're at,
you know where you stand, and stay there.
Stay there. And let's get into the self-titled
from 1999.
Yeah. I have to say, very enjoyable. I gave it a 7.5 for me. I think for being as long as it was, what is it? 9 years? That's a great way to come back. I think they did very well. It was 169 on the billboards, and we have to remember new metal came out around this time too. So they fell into
so you got your Slipknots and Linkin Parks and
and all that.
Korn and all those guys.
Yep. And being with that, I think it was stellar. His voice still sounded great. It had a better production because it was better technology. I was like, man, it sounds fuller, like a really good, a band that could play anywhere and people would enjoy what they play.
Yeah, I would say to that, it did sound like they were like all over the place style-wise. Like it wasn't the Ratt sound. It was, there was like, this song sounded this way, this song sounded another way, and
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Shannon with Detonator, she gave it a 7 out of 10 also. She thought it was the most interesting so far out of 5. Songs are different enough, but still cohesive as a whole. Seems more purposeful, put together. That was her second favorite. Interesting. I could care less. I'm just kidding. But for her, Ratt, that was her worst. She hated that. She gave it a 4 out of 10. No punch. Lovesick. Pretty alright song. That's what she wrote.
Yeah.
So where are we putting this?
I feel like because I don't think Crosby got a writing credit on this one.
I don't think so either.
So then does that mean like he overdubbed the solos, or like the D Martini guy, the other guitarist, or?
Well, actually, Crosby didn't play on this album.
So it was just the one guitarist.
Correct. Yep. Warren DeMartini. And you know what? He's actually a really good guitarist too.
No, I'm not taking anything away from him. Yeah. I just that was something that I was looking into a little bit, and I was like, I wonder if that was because of whatever reason for Crosby didn't play for.
Well,
didn't he have because I was going through a whole. I went down a lot of rabbit holes today, so when people are dying from like bone cancer and lung cancer and stuff and other cancers. I'm like, okay, was that him or was it something else that he died from?
Well, he left Ratt.
He did in '92.
Yeah, he
So
left.
So I guess he just maybe didn't come back. Well, no, because he came back for that tour. After, I don't know.
Yeah, well, he got sick, and I think he was dealing with his. I think he was dealing with his sickness during that time, because he didn't come out until 2000 whatever to say. But I think he was dealing with it at that time. He probably couldn't do nothing.
Probably not.
Probably being so sick or whatever. So, very low meh.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, yeah, I would probably put it behind whatever that. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, if it came out back in the 80s, I'd be like, okay, it's part of the Ratt sound. But it's like you're 9 years later, it's like it's a little too late. But that kind of jumps us into 11 years later, Infestation. I really enjoyed this album. I think it had the guitar work. It almost sounded metal, like it had a metal-esque to it. They did lose me in the second half of the album. It definitely went into a different vein, but the first set of songs, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it surprised me. Like the very first song, I was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah, I wish they would have just kept that. Oh,
that would have been like an 8.5 easy.
I mean, I gave it a 7 again. I think it's back up to the vein of what they did in the 80s. This is Shannon's favorite album. This is her favorite album, and she gave it a 7 out of 10 also.
Right. And I was reading a little bit, trying to do a little bit of homework on this one. They said they wanted to make this album sound like it fit between Out of the Cellar and Invasion of Your Privacy, like that it could be around that time.
I don't know if they accomplished that.
I don't know either. That's what they were trying for, but it still had that very modern.
Yeah, it almost. I could say that could fit after like Reach for the Sky or Detonator. Like,
yeah, I feel like it would be more around those times, but not the first two. Like you really have to, because some of the tones that he was using don't fit into that era.
But his singing was still top of the line. It's still good.
And I know they're still touring on like the hits, whatever they may be, besides Round and Round.
I think they played a couple months ago at the M3 festival in Baltimore, where it's like all the hair bands and whatever.
That does sound right.
But I know the drummer and the singer have problems, Bobby Blitzer. Which, let's talk about the drumming. What did you think about the drumming? Drum corner. New section, drum corner.
New section, drum corner. I thought he didn't go like out of his way to like overshadow anybody. I thought he played for what the song was for the most part. Some of the like which like back in the the early ones, he had that very formulaic, like, okay, we're going to start this pattern in the verse section is going to be on the hi-hat and we're going to do the thing, and then in the chorus part we're going to transition over to doing the same thing but it's on the ride now, and then we're going to go back. But I mean, it's probably better than what I know. It's better than what I can do.
So, being with the drumming, I give him like a C, because I feel like some of those songs could have had a better transition, like going, like you said, from the hi-hat to the ride. The guitar work is an A+. The singing is A+ too.
Yeah.
I think the drums was kind of lacking a little bit, and I feel like he was kind of doing what the drummers were doing that day for the hair metal. There was none that were trying to expand their sound. It was 4 on the floor and call it a day. Yeah. I got drinking to do. Let's get this done. That's pretty much how I took it. If he had more fills in his roster or his like thing, I would give him a little bit more credit. But he was very meh himself, the drummer. I need to put a drum icon and put it. We should start doing that. Just have a drum icon and whatever. The guitar. And like, what do we think about the guitarist and singer and blah 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 blah. So, with this band, they're very lawnmower to me. Every one of their albums, I feel like you could play at the barbecue. Just throw in Ratt. Don't tell nobody it's Ratt.
Yeah, just throw it on there and be
just throw it on there. I think the problem is they get lumped in with all these other hair metal bands. I really don't look at them as a metal band, to be honest.
No, they're more. It's kind of like hard rock, really.
They have metal tendencies.
With metal tendencies, yeah.
And a lot of your hair metal are not metal. But the definition of metal, what is our definition of metal? Mine might be different than yours. They have electric guitars. They have double kick drums for some reason. They don't need it. And they have a singer. But the problem is, people who love glam metal, listen to me, please. These bands that dress more than women, I have a problem with. They get lumped into, don't judge a book by its cover, though. Their music is really, really good, but when you hear, it's Ratt, and you're like, nah, I don't want to listen to it, Cool name, though. I think Ratt is a decent name. It's better than, like, Poison and Cinderella and Zebra and Striper and you know what I mean? Like, it's not Ratt.
Hey, okay. Let's take it easy on Striper. They have changed their tone too. They were blue and black for a little.
Now they're yellow and black. Forever.
They were always yellow and black.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They did change for one. I think it was one album that was blue and black where they went more hardcore. But we
really,
yeah.
So
we're not going to go down that. We're not. They're not on the wheel.
I don't know. I have to look that up. I got to find out. I mean, don't get me wrong. They have their place on the wheel. I believe they've been around for over 30, 40 years. They have their place.
Yep.
So
since the 80s.
Oh, Shannon agrees. Barbecue music. It's bar music, barbecue. And she wrote, overall, the drums are boring. Boring drums. I don't hate myself for listening to it, but I'm not excited about them either. Not likely to skip most songs if they come on. Very lawnmower. Yeah, they are a lawnmower band. Absolutely.
There were some times where I was like, man, this is getting kind of painful to listen to.
See, that's why you listen to one album a day, and that's it. Don't try to jam them. How many albums did John? How many albums did you listen to today?
Today? You don't want to know.
You had 3 weeks almost to listen to it. And an extra day. You had an extra day.
I had an extra day, and I listened to 4 albums today.
No wonder. Yeah. I mean,
I told you last week sucked, dude.
Yeah.
But the other 2 weeks, I'm a procrastinator.
Okay. So, their last album, I just found this out. I can't believe this. Roadrunner, Loud and Proud put it out. I guess it's a self thing they do. It got number 30 on the Billboard. Isn't that crazy? 55 in Canada. Sweden was 79. It was 78. It was 5th in Japan. Huh. Interesting.
Well, yeah, they do like stuff like that over there in Japan. So,
dude, Japan loves that shit, man. Europe eats metal. They love their metal more than anything. Japan, man, they like their metal, and they like any type, to be honest.
Yeah, if there is metal associated with it, they love it.
Oh man, that is pretty cool. That, like, you know what I mean?
Because let's be honest, baby metal is not. I mean, if you like baby metal, good for you, but it's not for me.
No, well, that makes sense. All right, we got to make sure. All right, overall, what do we think about Ratt, John?
They're a fine band. I mean, again, good background. If you don't know what you're listening to, it's fine.
I know, it's kind of strange, and they are quintessential one-hit wonder if you think about it.
Yeah,
I don't hear any other albums they did, like any songs besides Round and Round.
That's the only one you hear. You might that I don't even know. I don't even know any other songs.
I don't either. And it's kind of sad because I think their music is good for its time, but like I said, they get so wrapped up in that glam stuff, you just forget. You know what I mean? You forget besides that one hit. But to me, Lawnmower, Barbecue, wherever you want to say it. So,
yep.
All right, man, we're only an hour. God, this show,
right? Yes, it just flew by, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I wonder why.
Because Shannon's not here. It's all Shannon's fault.
Now, to my favorite part of the show, time for the wheel. You ready?
Did we spin? No, we didn't spin yet. Okay.
I've been talking to you and just doing this the whole time. Oh, Shannon, rude. Come on. You got the next pick, though, too. That's a very interesting pick, I have to say so myself.
Oh, you're not wrong. I know. That has jogged the old memories, and yeah, you are definitely in for something, my friend.
What are we picking? I'm picking grindcore.
Grindcore? Oh, jeez, I don't know. I'm still saying classic rock.
Ah, all right.
Shannon.
Rude. Bolt thrower. Funny enough, Bolt Thrower, I was listening to a couple of their stuff the other day. She said black. Oh, black metal.
Black metal, yeah. Nope, sorry, kid.
Well, what is Bolt Thrower?
They're not like hardcore?
No, dude. I think Bolt Thrower is death.
Is it?
I think so.
Huh. I don't know.
Bolt Thrower.
Not really super familiar with them. So
British death metal.
Well, there you go.
They're death metal. Formed in '86. My brother knows Bolt Thrower too. I think he told me about them. Oh, their grindcore was the early days, but they're really death metal, and they quit playing 2016. Oh, that sucks.
Well, damn.
So I listened to a little bit of Bolt Thrower last week. It came on my feed on Facebook a little bit. So, cool. Bolt Thrower, sweet. Back into the death metal. All right. Well, John, that is it. Any last words?
We got Bolt Thrower and the Jazz Hands Thirsty Traps.
Jazz fingers. Jazz fingers. All right, guys.
Age thirst trap. That's
Thirst
what we
trap.
got.
That's right. All right, guys. Well, leave comments if you want some other bands on here. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense. I don't like saying that stuff, but I do need to say it. I would not be a host if I did not say like, comment, and subscribe.
That's true, because how would we know if you're watching?
Good point. Goodbye, Internet.
See ya, Internet.